today. I invite you to tune in weekly to the show featuring these leading voices from around the world. So whether you're here live or on replay, make sure you say hi in the comments below and tell us where you are watching from. So today we have a great show. We are welcoming Christine Lee to the Author's Spotlight. An author and successful businesswoman, she takes her inspiration from the most important person in her life, her mother. Drawing on her international experience spanning from South Korea to the United States, her story of the sacrifices her mother faced raising her aims to energize the love we all have for our mothers. Christine's emergence as a strong woman and entrepreneur serves as a model for personal growth and a loving reminder of the significance of motherhood. So without further ado, I welcome Christine to the show. Hello, Christine. How are you?
Hi, thank you so much for having me today, Karen.
Oh, it is totally my pleasure. I'm thrilled that you're on the show today. We have lots to talk about. Specifically, we're going to be talking about your book. And it's called, first of all, it's called My Hero, right? And the fact that you talk about your mom the way you talk about your mom is the way I talk about my mom. And we've got Mother's Day just around the corner as well. So it's a perfect time to be delving into the whole concept of how important our moms are. So tell us a little bit about your mom and how she made such an impact on you.
Yeah, so we all have someone in our mind, someone who is a hero in our eyes, and she was my mother. My mother is my hero, and she is the one of the person who really impacted me in my life since I was ever born in humble birth in South Korea. And she has been my biggest inspiration, and her courage and her will and strength and her religions and her wisdom and her intuitions has been stated who I am here today. I'm her product. There is no doubt about it. She has been serving prayer warrior for Jesus Christ in South Korea, in small pebble villages, in small country in South Korea back in 1950s. We were
Wow.
the only Christian family, and we were going through a lot of the adversity and fire bombing because we're the only Christian family in that area of small villages in South Korea. But she never will give up her faith
Oh
in
my
God.
goodness.
That's how she raised us. So her intuition has been impacted in my life, and this is why there is no doubt about it. She is my hero.
Oh my gosh, what a wonderful tribute. So tell me what the book is about. I mean, is it a book about your mom specifically or about what she has imparted onto you? What's the book about?
So it's more of the immigration story from South Korea, small villages to 1962, United States back in 1970s. That immigration story from how I grow when I came in mid preteen. That was when I was 14 with my siblings, with my mom, when how my mom has to be so, she was very weak and she was very sick, but
Mm,
she will never blame no one, not even one person for her environment. The looking glass of environment, she says, it's a brand new day from the gift, from the God that we are here in blessing United States with a Christian country. So we don't have to go through what we went through from
wow.
South Korea to here. So it's
Wow.
immigration story. It's a culture. It's about something about my mom has go through what she has go through when she was
Right.
young, with colonized in Japan. That she has the reason why she was sick, the reason why she has to come to United States with us, took us here. And then the more of the story in United States that we went through when I was teens, my brother's suiciders because he couldn't adopt the cultures. He wasn't strong enough to go through what we had to go through with all the adversity that we had. But
Right. And you talk
that's
about
the story.
sacrifices. You talk about sacrifices. So what kind of sacrifices did your mom make? And
Yeah.
what kind of sacrifices did you all make?
Oh, well, most of mom does that for us. So this is why our moms are hero. My mom especially will get up 3 o'clock in the morning, 365 a day, no matter how sick she is, no matter what condition she will get up 3 o'clock in the morning. She will start praying and she will dress very nicely, like she will go to the wedding. I cannot believe. And she will walk through the snow when it was so high up to her stomach. And in the time
Wow.
in Korea didn't have no tennis shoes, no boots, or no nothing like that. But she will wear whatever that she can wear, and she will walk 11 miles to the church.
Wow.
And
Wow.
she, yeah, I mean that's a sacrifice for prayer war. And she will praise until 3 o'clock, getting up, coming back home about 9 o'clock or
Wow.
8 o'clock, just send us to the church, I mean the school. So that's a sacrifice. And then yes.
And so, if you're just tuning in, we're talking to Christine Lee. We're talking about her book, My Hero. And specifically, we're talking about your mom and what impact she had on you. And you talk about her, I can see just in your entire being how much she means to you. And it's so wonderful to hear this. Um, you talk about what happens when you live an unexamined life. So, first of all, what is an unexamined life?
Yeah, so what unexamined life is is something that if you're not aware, it's all about the self-awareness. Like Jesus Christ is teaching us in the Bible, we supposed to be all aware of the level of the aware. When you're there, you will not fail. You will listen to your intuitions. If you don't listen to your intuitions, that's unexamined life, because you're faking yourself.
Mhm. Yeah.
You're conning yourself. I used to do that. I'll be honest with you. I was a loser when I didn't listen to my intuition, what my mom was
Mhm.
telling. And wow, it's the inner voice of the truth. Not knowing is an intuition. It's a compass in your compassion that you're supposed to listen. But I didn't listen. So if you didn't listen, then that's unexamined life, because you are not listening to
Right.
your true story of your inner voice. And then you're going to your
Right.
guts, your rust, and then you'll face the chaos. That's what I've been doing before. I'll be honest with you, but you know.
Well, I mean, I understand that. I truly do understand that. And again, the book is called It's All About My Hero, right? And you say that it's really important to find the hero inside all of us. So, how does one go about doing that?
Or, everyone has someone they really admire in their lives,
Mhm.
and then I believe everyone has their passion, whether they will say I don't have a passion or I do have passion. If you go sit down yourself and listen to your voice and write it down, what I want and what I really truly with my goals of purpose, I believe that there is your passion that you will find out. So that is what I am, trying to write down my book here today, saying that we do have a passion, we do have a hero, whether it could be your teacher, whether it could be your mentor. Like my mentor is my hero, Bob Proctor.
Yeah.
My friends that I have, they're my treasures, they're my mentors, they're my hero. it, my mom is my hero, of course, but
Right.
you do have a hero in you. And then you know why you have a hero in you? Because we always model somebody's footstep ahead who has done already for us. So
Right. So I put the book up on the screen for those of you who are struggling with what to get your mom for Mother's Day, possibly. This would be an amazing gift because I think it will tell your mom how important she is to you. Would you agree, Christine? A book like this, right? A love letter
yes,
to my mother. So I'm going to encourage you. We put the link to the book in the chat. So when you click on that, it will take you over to pick up a copy and send it over to your mom. Now, you have exciting news that you shared with me before we went live, and that is
yeah,
about the book. Would you like to share it with our audience today?
right. So we're designing. We it's gonna be filming in the movie, and then or yes, and then we're actually uh, write a screenplay on May 1st in
Wow.
Hollywood, and then I'm very grateful for that. And also, I wanted to tell you that I translate this to South Korea. Korea will be launching it in South Korea in Mother's Day at same time.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Very nice.
So yes, with the Korean version, with the American, I mean English version together, So it's very exciting. And then the reason why I think it's very important for us to do that because nowadays, with even I have a two kid, millenniums and new cultures, it's like everyone is just a friend. Friend is good, but I think we should never forget about how our parents sacrificed for us,
Agreed.
especially when it's Mother's Day. I think that it will be a great gift to give to global mom for a book like this or something else. Just recognize them and give them the recognition of
Yeah,
reward that
yes.
how whatever what you done for me
Yeah.
is never without your sacrifices, I would never be here. So this is very important messages for
I
you.
think that's wonderful. I know that I have picked up a copy. I sent it off to my mom. I haven't seen her in a year and a half because everything that's
Yeah.
going on, and so I always want to find ways to let her know how important she is to me, and this is a great way to do it. I also asked you before we went live, do you have another book coming out? And you said yes. You have a children's book coming out. How exciting! What is this children's book going to be about?
Yes, it's the title already. It is a the stick person. It is it's the materials. It's just that regarding of how my mentor Bob Proctor is teaching us the six senses with a stick person with smell, sense, taste, touch, and hear.
Hmm.
This is a physical world that most of Meshi people lives because they see it, they they convict it with the see it, they hear it, and they taste it. And but nowadays with the pandemic and everything,
Right.
I believe most of the children would like to be aware when they're young already. How about inner voice with a gifted thought with reason, memory, and wills and imaginations.
Right.
And there's another one. I yeah. So those are the books that I will be launching it, and then I actually went to the children's books classes, and then I wrote about content about half of it, and then I am trying to make it with a class curriculum on September because this is very important that we are aware, our children are aware, not only smell and taste and touch with the six senses, but we do need to listen. Let them know we do have an inner voice. Every power that we have, God has given, is from in us, inner world, not the outside of the circumstance that what you're controlled by. It's just the only looking glasses. So this book will be very fun with the small little children
I love it. Yeah, and
with the dummies and
I can't wait. I can't wait. I
with
was
the
telling you
pajamas and
exactly.
it's
I cannot wait. So let's talk about your writing process. Do you write? Do you have like a certain many hours that you write a day? Do you go into your room? You close the door? Do you have any kind of quirk that you do? What is your writing process?
so well, I decide to become myself very disciplined. So
Hmm.
I said, okay, well then, if I'm gonna write the book, I'm gonna put aside a couple of hours every single day until I finish it. It'll be early in the morning. I will get up 5 o'clock, and then I will just go to my garage in my car when no one's around, and I'm gonna start write whatever that is coming from my inner voice. I'm gonna continue write and write, rewrite and rewrite, and then I let it allow to happen because how many authors out there or somebody that who wants to become an author, you just let it out, write it, whatever that is, put that on with your pen, with your pencil, with your paper, with
Yeah.
your pen, just write it down.
Just
Don't
do
let
it.
anything stop you. Just
Right.
write it down and let your editor or your friend, someone, just send them, what do you think of this?
I
And
love it.
start. You
That's a
don't
great
have.
tip. That's a
That's a
great
great.
tip. Yeah, it's a great tip, and I think so many people get frozen. They get paralyzed, like they can't. They want to do it, but they can't. They just and you're just saying, just sit down, be disciplined. Whatever flows, write it down, and that's important, right? Because there are people out there that are editors. There are ghostwriters. I mean, there's a lot of people out there that can help you on your journey, but you got to give them something first, right?
Absolutely.
You got to just
You
write something.
yeah, you just got to be very disciplined to yourself. You got to command yourself. This is what I'm gonna do. So this is what you're gonna do. Don't distract anything else, but just do it every day, 2 hours, 1 hours a day before you go to work or before you do anything. You know what I mean? I mean, it's not that hard because you're the only way on your life. Your only way it stops you is you. Looking at your mirror, that's you.
Exactly. Oh my gosh, I could not have said that any better than you did. And along those same lines, writer's block. So I hear from a lot of writers. I have a lot of writers that come on the show, and everyone has their own opinion about writer's block. Some say there's no such thing as writer's block. It's all in your head. Just do it. What do you think about writer's block?
I writer's block is the well, you know what? I'll be honest with you. I was there, so I get that. But
Hmm.
then you're the only one who have a solution. You have to tell yourself there's no writer's block. I'm just gonna write it. Whatever that is, just write it. I mean, and then of course you wanna go to the program with the children's book programs writing book, or there's a my mentors complete authors program from Peggy Mickles that she has. I would really suggest that if anybody would like to write the book, because that's the program that who got me into where I am here today. But you gotta let yourself to invest in you,
Right.
because if you're not going to invest in, oh, writing book is a lot of money and then I'm not going to get to that program
You
or
have to.
this
You're
and that
right.
and that.
To invest in yourself, because if you don't, who will? Right? You have to be able to be confident in yourself. I put the name of the
Exactly.
program up on the screen, Complete Authors
Thank you.
Program with Peggy McCall. And
Mm-hmm.
after the show, I'm going to go back in and put a link in there that people can click on so that they can go check it out. All right.
Thank you so much.
um
There is no writer's block. I,
no,
I don't think so. It's only you that who's
yeah,
making it
I don't
happen.
think there's, yeah, I just think that people procrastinate. I think that once they just get out of their own way, um,
Yeah.
the words will flow. We're talking with Christine Lee about her book called My Hero, A Love Letter to My Mother. The link to the book is sitting in the comments. Go ahead and click on it. You know you want to, right? You know you want to. You know it's going to be a great gift for your mom, or just for you if you're a mom yourself. I think that it for me it touched me. You had sent me a copy of the book, so I know it's a beautiful book. I'm going to let people know how they can get in touch with you, because people always on the when they watch the show, whether it's live or on replay, it really doesn't matter. When they come to the show, they always want to know, well, how can I learn more about the author? So what I'm going to do right now is put up on the screen. You've got a website, www.christinerlee.com. You can also be found on Instagram at CHRLEE 1222018. There must be a story behind that. Maybe it was the date that you opened your Instagram account. I'm not sure. And then you've got a Facebook account as well, CHRLEE 12. Go check her out. You are awesome. Christine, I want to first of all, I want to thank you for coming on the show, and I want to thank you for sharing your wisdom, your little pearls, and your little nuggets. It really touched me today. Is there anything that you'd like to say to our audience that maybe you didn't get a chance throughout the show, because we're almost done? Can you believe that already? Is there
Oh,
anything
I
else you
love
want
that.
to share? Is there anything else you want to
Yes,
share?
absolutely. Just a short story that I would like to let our audience know that no matter how hard it is, we want to know if the door was closed this side, make sure there is another door that's two, three of them is already waiting for you to open. You just need to be aware. And
Yeah.
for you to do that, you need to let yourself to know there's awareness. How do you do that? Let's continue study. Let's not give up on your passion. No matter how hard life is, you don't have to tell yourself life is hard. It's easy if you tell yourself and open the door and make it happen, because When sun is rise, sunset, then sun is rise to set. It's the way it is. It's life, you know?
Life. It is life. I want to thank you. And for all of our viewers, stay in touch with us at Caren Glasser on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook, you name it, and LinkedIn. Wherever we are, that's how you can find us, Caren Glasser. Again, Christine, thank you for sharing your wisdom with us. And I want to thank our viewers. You have a choice as to where you spend your time and how you spend your time. And we are grateful that you chose to spend it with us today. So go out and give somebody an awesome day. And we'll see you next time on the next show.